Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Hopefully you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, and abundant. I want to thank you all for everything you do for my channel. All your likes, comments, shares, subscribes are greatly appreciated. For everyone that shows up to my lives, it means the world to me. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a look at the month of September for you, see if there's anything you need to be aware of, anything going on, any advice from Spirit, etc. I'm going to pull an oracle for each one of the, I'm going to do it like in 3 parts. First 10 days, second 10 days, third 10 days. So let's see, I'm pull from the Animal Spirit Oracle, get an overview for each week. First 10 days, second 10 days, third 10 days. Alright, so let's see what is going on for my dear Scorpios. Alright, for the first 10 days we have Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. So possibly there could be something that's a little stinging in the first 10 days. Second 10 days we have Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. So patience might be required, maybe slowing down a little bit. We'll get more information per the tarot for each of these. And then third 10 days we have Dove Spirit. Be peace. So I'm getting like an overall view for your sign that this month is all gonna be about like keeping that peacefulness in the middle of some sort of like upheaval, chaos. Doesn't necessarily have to be horrible or anything like that, just remaining calm in the midst of possibly some sort of chaos. But let's see what the tarot has to say. And if you don't like the shuffling, you can always fast forward a little bit. So we start off September kind of looking like maybe you're holding back either some kind of truth, some kind of monetary, you could take a little bit of a loss at the beginning of September or just not feel like things are equal in some kind of partnership that you have. There could be some pause in the midst of a connection, could be a pause in possibly like your flow of income. I do see though, like by the first 10 days, you kind of come to a place to where like either you understand what's going on or you've kind of gotten to the place to where you're like, I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to get it together, I'm going to boss up in whatever means that is to you. Um, please excuse my dogs. No. So, regardless of the financial loss, regardless if you feel like you don't have enough, the advice from Spirit I'm kind of getting is just take a pause, look at things from a different perspective, try to remember why you're doing this or where you feel connected to this. Remember that you're in control always. And so there's some kind of like perspective change that's needed in the first 10 days. We'll get some more clarifiers in a minute. So the second 10 days, it looks like some kind of new opportunity is going to open up to you. Something that you've been manifesting, possibly in regards to work, that's going to bring in like a bigger flow of money. But it's also going to add some kind of responsibility. It could keep you up at night trying to strategize ways to get this done, get it put back together. Some kind of strength is involved or needed here. In order, maybe you need to start a more routine, like start a routine, start a more fluid schedule that works better for you. Because with this new opportunity, every new opportunity requires more responsibility. And like it says with the turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. So just remember where your end goal is and how you're going to get there. It may be some time of like discomfort or uneasiness, but just remember, just like in the first 10 days, that you got this, right? So the third 10 days looks amazing. It looks like you finally come to a place to where, you know, you're feeling very secure, very grounded, very stable with the Empress. Um, it also could be a connection, like I said earlier, with the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Empress, like a divine connection that you're dealing with. It could be evolving to a higher level of commitment, or some kind of healing comes in, or some kind of opportunity to heal something from the past and bring in a more stable, strong, committed situation here. Now, if this involves love, the first 10 days, I would say that there might be a standstill between the two of you. One has one opinion, one has another opinion, and you just aren't seeing eye to eye on something. And what I'm being advised is be careful not to take things too personally, things that are said, or maybe communication would be a better response when you feel that something isn't equal, because somebody may be holding back something, and it may sting a little bit. You may feel like, why are they pulling back? Why is it that we were doing good and all of a sudden now it doesn't feel like it's equally maintained, right? um, the second 10 days, if it has to do with love, it looks like you could just be focused on work more so than a relationship. You could just be trying to put your head down and take care of business. And like I said, some new opportunity presents itself. And if it's a new opportunity with this person, it shows that you're willing and more than willing to put in the effort. But with relationships, they require a lot of work, and sometimes, a lot of planning and strategizing as well is needed. But I do see by the end of the month, things are smoothing out, calming down, bringing in some kind of peace. And so, like I said, the divine connection comes forward at the last 10 days. And so the peace may be restored into a relationship, or the peace may just be restored into yourself. Whatever happened up there is bringing in some sort of bringing some kind of pain to the surface in order to be healed, because with the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles here, in order to have a healthy, long-standing commitment, relationship, partnership, it does require kind of an ebb and flow. Like, you've got to be able to face some of the harder things and being able to heal them and not carry them over and over and over into something, right? So, I'm going to pull a clarifier for each one of the 10 days. So for the first 10 days, just one clarifier. Please bring it all together. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. Like, something is not understood, and it could start some kind of conflict. Because to me, this Seven of Swords, especially in this position, it shows some kind of conflict because either you both are not seeing the other one's perspective, or you just are refusing to bend on some sort of situation, whether that be you or them. There's a blockage, right? Sometimes it does represent some um, lying, cheating, stealing, or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. For me, I take it for the 5 and the 2, especially, like I said earlier, there's an imbalance here, and one person is holding back because they think some kind of injustice is being done, and so it causes some sort of conflict, right? And so it's needing to be, the balance is needing to be restored. So let's see for the second 10 days, what do we have as a clarification? Yeah, we've got the Lovers. To me, the Lovers is all about a choice. It's all about, it could be like the higher level commitment, because like I said, we've got the Emperor, the Empress, the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles. It could just be a choice of whether you're going to focus more on your business, or you're going to focus on a love situation, or it could just be realizing like some things just aren't worth losing sleep over or stressing over. It's kind of a sort of surrender. Because like, let's say up here, you guys are having issues or conflict within a relationship or within a connection. Sometimes our natural instinct would be to act out. Maybe do something to like revenge, or to go get attention elsewhere or something like that. But I think this is just, there's a new door opening for one or both of you to be able to recognize that this isn't worth losing sleep over, right? It's not a time to act out, or it's not a time to move away, I guess, or it's going to be your choice whether you do or you don't. I do see, though, like your choice would be to stay in this. Now, if it doesn't have to do with love, you could come up against some misunderstanding with somebody. Somebody's feeling like you're not putting in the work that they are, you're not providing, or you could feel that way about a situation. You could feel like you're not getting back what you put in, and no matter like what you've done, it's not being seen correctly, right? Now, in the second 10 days, with the Lovers being there, what I'm getting is the new opportunity that's opening up. You're sitting there contemplating, like, is this position for me? Does this new opportunity offer stability? Does this opportunity offer the excitement that I need? Does this opportunity offer the things that I can see it working long term with, right? And so I think you're kind of going back and forth, like, I have manifested this, and how is it, how does it align with me, I guess, is you trying to see if the new opportunity is actually in alignment with who you are and what you want, right? And that causes a little bit of restlessness, a lot of overthinking, and like I said, with new responsibility, new opportunity causes more responsibility, and so it's going to take you a lot of strength. You may have to put in extra work. I do see in the last 10 days, there's some kind of fear surrounding possibly this commitment, this new opportunity that's presenting itself to you. You may get trapped into your mind a little bit. It's it's getting out of possibly some kind of fear that you've had in the past, or some kind of fear of the opportunity that you faced before. Sometimes when we're leveling up in things, we get fearful that the more that we level up, the farther it is to the bottom. So that's where that healing is going to come from, is not being afraid of the fall. Just having divine faith that wherever you're going is much needed, and that you can overcome anything as long as you face it. Like, nothing's scary in the dark if you face it, right? So it looks like a beautiful month for you, Scorpio. I'm going to pull some Lenormand, and then some tea leaves to close it out. But let's see, for the first 10 days. Yeah, you could feel in the first 10 days that every road that you've been facing, like, you know where your end result is, you know where your security lies, you finally know what it is you want. And the problem being is that just because you know does not make it automatically turn out to be the way that you want it, right? So it's about finding your way, but in the midst of finding your way, know where your end goal is, know where your stability lies, know where your home is, where your north is. With the labyrinth, like, especially in the movie The Labyrinth, every turn you take is a new lesson, a new stepping stone. It's kind of like, I heard this thing, it's not a delay, it's a training day, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting for you is with the Hangman here. It's not a delay, it's training day. You're being trained to get to the place to where you do know where your end goal is and how to get there, right? So the second 10 days, we've got the fish, and the fish is about community. It's about like casting your net, because the abundance is there for you to catch it, right? But with the whip and the broom next to it, it's kind of the same thing as what I was saying before, like staying focused on where your end goal is, staying focused on the community that you want to build around you, and getting rid of anything that causes you, like, to me, what I'm getting with the whip and the broom is more of you getting rid of those thoughts. There's feelings of you can't do this, and remembering that you can. Remembering that there's nothing to fear, right? Um, like this is you casting your net and pulling back more than what you thought, but getting rid of those thoughts that say, that doubt, like when you do cast the net, that nothing is going to come together. And with the bridge in the final 10 days, there is something that is coming together. Some distance that's being shortened between you and another individual, or you even and your end goal, your destiny. Especially with the tree of life next to it, it's basically like you're taking the steps needed. You're crossing a bridge, no matter what the fears are, because your destiny is waiting for you, and you've been guided to go into a place of finding that destiny, and finding, you're moving one step closer to that end goal of happiness, fulfillment, stability. All right, so let me pull some of these tea leaves for you to close it out. Like I said, it looks like a beautiful month. Just stay focused on what it is that you want to achieve, what it is that's out there for you to achieve, no matter what the adversities are. Alright, so we got quite a few here. Let's see. We've got pineapple. It says, really? Reconciliation. So this could be about somebody coming back, some kind of reconciliation. Let's see, Hammock. Hammock says taking a vacation physically or mentally. That could have to do with that Hangman. Maybe needing to take a step back to reevaluate things. Then we've got Crib. Birth. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So yeah, like if this doesn't have to do with like a relationship, this could be the birth of some new opportunity, some new enterprise, some new business that you want to start. Now, if it has to do with children, with the Emperor and the Empress here, especially with this Empress, be careful, for it could be a very fertile time for you. And then we have Beetle, good fortune. Yeah, I do see a lot of good fortune in this reading itself. And then Mountain, major challenge to overcome. And I believe that the major challenge for you to overcome this month is really just being able to stay calm in the midst of chaos. Like I said, there could be some things that are confusing and tough. Like the first 10 days look like they might be a little bit tough for you. You could have come against some kind of like blockage or some kind of standstill. But I do see that like over the next 20 days, the next 2 weeks, or 2 sets of 10 days, I do see you finding it and overcoming this mountain. And just, it's remembering that slow and steady wins the race. Nothing has to be rushed. It's not a delay, it's training day. So hopefully you got something from this. I hope it helps. Please let me know in the comments if it resonates or anything that you would like to add to this. I greatly appreciate you watching as always, and I love you guys more than you can know. I will see you in the next one. Peace.